as with anything, there are different categories or sub-branches of psychology, including humanistic psychology, which we will be focusing on today. This particular subfield of psychology, humanistic psychology, centers around the belief that the importance of one's subjective experience is very important towards understanding their behavior. We will move on to talk about a couple of the pioneers of humanistic psychology in order to understand or dig deeper into this subfield. First, we have Abraham Maslow, who discovered the famous Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is the theory that psychological health medication on fulfilling innate human needs in priority, culminating to human actualization in the 1943's paper A Theory of Human Motivation. In this pyramid, we have our physiological needs at the very bottom, then safety needs, followed by love and belongingness, esteem, and self-actualization. These can actually be categorized into a couple of categories. So physiological needs and safety needs are considered to be basic needs. Love and belongingness, as well as self-esteem, are categorized as psychological needs, and finally, the top of the pyramid, self-actualization, is considered to be in the category of self-fulfilling needs. In each of these kind of categories, or actual levels themselves, they have certain things. So physiological needs refers to things such as air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, and reproduction. Safety needs refers to things such as personal security, employment, resources, health, and property. And love and belongingness is related to ideas such as friendship, intimacy, family, and a sense of connection. Esteem is related to respect, self-esteem, status, recognition, strength, and freedom. And finally, self-actualization is the desire to become the most that one can be, in other words, to reach one's full potential. And this idea of self-actualization is actually what this entire kind of subfield of psychology, which is humanistic psychology, is centered around. Next, we have Viktor Frankl, who wrote the book A Man's Search for Meaning, and he believed the meaning of life is finding a purpose and taking responsibilities for ourselves and other human beings, and that by having a clear why we can face all the how questions of life. Only by feeling free and sure of the objective that motivates us will we be able to make the world a better place. He was also the founder of the logotherapy method. Let's move on to Carl Rogers, who believed that for someone to achieve self-actualization, they must be in the state of congruence, which is when idea self equals to actual self. This is also known as a self-concept. When the ideal self and the actual self are equal to each other, the person or the individual has a positive self-concept. And when they do not equal to each other, or when they're different, they are referred to having a negative self-concept. The idea of a self-concept is often taken into consideration when humanistic psychologists create questionnaires which people will respond to in order to give a thorough and meaningful therapy lesson. Carl Rogers also developed the 3 conditions which he believed was essential for therapy to be effective. The first one is congruence, or genuineness. The second is unconditional positive regard and acceptance. And the third is an accurate empathetic understanding. These 3 conditions is what is essential in a client-centered therapy situation, which is a situation where the psychotherapy creates an environment where the client feels completely safe in order to discuss their thoughts and feelings without the fear of being judged. And by this process, both the psychotherapy as well as the client themselves will be able to develop a clearer self-concept, and in order to actually determine their goals and aims in life and their deepest needs and wants. Carl Rogers was also among the founders of the humanistic approach to psychology.